Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is the first episode of our channel, Gut-Wise Insights. We have planned exciting things for you, so thank you for liking our video and subscribing so you can continuously get updates. We have prepared exciting content for you, information that will improve your life, improve your health, make you take charge of your health, right? As scientists who carry out research, there is a lot of information that is released, a lot of research discoveries that just end up circulating in the academic field. So we're here to break down all the complicated research articles that have profound information that can change your life into ordinary English that you can understand, speak in terms that you can relate to, right? So we actually also have a website, gutwiseinsights.uk. We'll leave the link down below in the description box. You can go there and read further on each of these topics that we'll be talking about, get more insightful information. So then now, our first topic actually is about a topic that affects most women. There is not a single woman who can say they have gone a year without having experienced any of the symptoms. It's bacterial vaginosis. At least one woman has an episode of bacterial vaginosis in a year. And very often they have to, when the symptoms start, they run to the clinic or hospital or doctor, wherever. They go seek medical attention and they are put on antibiotics or given metronidazole or injection shots, whatever treatment course your doctor describes, right? And then, you go take your course. A couple of months later, you're back again. Like, you keep going to the doctor and you get the same treatments, recurring infection. But not that there's anything wrong with treatment, but in today's world where we are faced with antimicrobial resistance, for example, is a huge concern. If you are continuously taking antibiotics, you are going to develop resistance, especially if you default, right? I'll speak about that much later. But actually there is an exciting and new treatment option that is called the vaginal microbiome transplant. And this is the type of treatment that is natural. It's not medical. So yeah, what is vaginal microbiome transplantation, right? So grab your popcorn, get cozy, and let's get on it, right? So now let's start with the basics. What is BV? What is bacterial vaginosis? Well, simply speaking, in simple terms, it's an imbalance in the vaginal microbiome where the good bacteria gets outnumbered by the not so good ones. And trust me, that can cause some serious dance floor drama. And we don't want that. And one thing you must know is the pH of the vagina is acidic. The normal pH is acidic. And that is because the population of bacteria that resides in the vagina is a bacteria population that thrives in acidic environments. Lactobacillus, that's the most prominent bacteria in the vagina. Lactobacillus. Sorry, there's no other English name for it. It's just called lactobacillus. Anyway, so now when there is an imbalance, then it means that the pH has probably risen up. It's now become alkaline. And if it becomes alkaline, it means it opens room for all the other ordinary bacteria to come in. It takes very special bacteria to reside in acidic environments. Not all bacteria thrive in acidic environments. Most of them thrive at alkaline temperatures. So yeah, so you can really appreciate how special the normal vaginal bacteria is, right? Yeah, and the vaginal secretions are also acidic. That's why they thrive in there. But then now, when the pH changes, everything goes south. So now, just let me try to make you understand. Imagine this, right? There is this vibrant ecosystem within you. We've got the different bacteria that are doing well in their own unique space. Imagine a city full of, imagine the city center. Say, for example, Times Square in New York, or Central Lagos, or London, whatever popular city you can imagine. There's a whole lot of people. Everyone is doing their own thing. You get that random guy there standing there with his trumpet singing, or you get a beggar over there begging for some spare change. You have your petty thieves. You just have a whole range of people. It's an ecosystem. Everyone is doing their own thing. So that type of scenario, it's the same in your vagina. We have the different kind of bacteria, of lactobacillus bacteria, and some protozoa as well, different kinds of microorganisms, let me just say, residing in your vagina. They're in the same world, but they're each doing different things, So now, let's take a closer look at what happens when a bomb is thrown in the city center. An unexpected, incident happens, right? Yeah. So now, you start showing symptoms. You just, everyone is running helter-skelter. The good guys are gone. It's now the enemy zone. Right? You start getting an unwelcome fishy odor, and it starts questioning, really, what is going on? Why am I smelling like a fish? Even your partner, your intimate partner, is avoiding you. People avoid sitting next to you because you just don't smell good, right? And you have this excessive watery discharge. It's like a never-ending waterfall. At some point, you're thinking, when you're sitting there in that meeting at work or in class, you have that gush of fluid, and you're thinking, did I just get my period? What's going on? You rush to the bathroom, no period. It's just some liquid, some clear liquid, right? That's BV. The worst one of it all is the itching. The never-ending itching will have you dancing, twisting and turning and running to the bathroom just to have a scratch. BV is a true monster, guys. A true monster. Just be wiggling, sitting there, doing your salsa. Yeah, and worst of it all, you get to the bathroom and when you try to pee, it burns. Then you start panicking and thinking, do I have a sexually transmitted disease? Bacterial vaginosis is not sexually transmitted, although it is exacerbated by unhealthy sexual practices. For example, having multiple partners, having unprotected sex as well. Your partner can also have certain conditions that affect the male reproductive area, right? That can also throw off the balance of your own vaginal microbiome, right? And as well, other things like this intimate wipes, intimate soaps that we like to do. We want to smell fresh, we want to smell good. Guys, don't do that. Just practice good vaginal health. You won't have to worry about BV. You won't have to worry about nasty smells if you just bath with soap, right? So take care of yourself, guys. Okay, so now and let's get to the exciting part, the vaginal microbiome transplantation. What is it? It's actually a very exciting, groundbreaking treatment that shows immense promise in restoring the balance that is, kicking vaginal BV to the curb. So now, how does it go? How does it happen, right? First, the researchers, what they did in the study that they published, right? The first that showed this as the success of VMT on treating recurrent BV. Recurrent BV meant, chronic recurrence of BV meant that the participants of that study had it at least 4 times in a year, right? And they tried everything, it didn't work. So what they did was that they collected healthy vaginal fluid from donors. These donors had been carefully screened, so it meant that they had a perfect, a healthy vaginal microbiome. Yeah, so they collected those fluids, they checked them, they did various tests to check that they were free from STDs and other diseases, and that they were also what is the word? Yeah, and also that the composition of the bacteria in there was the normal vaginal microbiome, such as lactobacillus, that it was rich in lactobacillus. So yes, they got that from the donor, and then they transferred it to the recipient's vaginal area. I don't know how they did it. Maybe they swapped. Maybe they injected. You can try to imagine it. Yeah. So they transferred the good vaginal fluid to the recipients, that is the sick people, those who are having a recurring episode of BV. Yeah. Then after that, they monitored the recipients over some time, right? And actually, out of the 5 participants of the study, only 1 reported a reoccurrence of BV. And then when they investigated, they realized that actually there was an issue with the matching between the donor and the recipient. And then for them, that showed that actually it's important to get the donors and recipients matched efficiently. So then they went and then got another, a different donor, and transferred that her healthy vaginal fluid to the patient, and she recovered and she never had another episode. So that indicated a lot to them, that it's important to ensure proper donor recipient matching. You can read the details in the paper linked below in the description. I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, so the other question now is VMT safe, right? Well, just like any other medical procedure, there are considerations. For example, the long-term effects and potential risks are still being studied. So always consult with your healthcare professional to make an informed decision. It is possible that your healthcare professional are not currently providing it because it is treatment that has been piloted, and before it can be offered to the world, it will have to go through regulatory authorities. The World Health Organization will probably have to endorse it, for example. So if you are in a developed country, for example, and your GP suggests it, you have to welcome it with both hands. I definitely would, because I am just sick and tired of constantly taking medication, for BV when I have it. Not that I've had it this year. I have not had it this year, thankfully, because I'm practicing good vaginal health. And if you do that too, then you can avoid BV. Right. So now that's a wrap. Remember to please like this video, share, and hit the subscription button, because we have a lot more that is planned for you. Please also go and read more about VMT in our blog, Gut Insights. The link is down below. Right. So now remember that knowledge is power. And with new treatment options like VMT, we are one step closer to a happier and healthier vagina. Thank you. See you next time.